I feel bad. I have not made a video in like 3 weeks. Like, mm, I am slacking. How are you guys? How have you been doing? I haven't seen you in a while. Yeah? If you don't know, my name's Addy. And I'm sorry I have not been around. At the beginning of this month, I went to the Shenandoah Valley and went to Luray Caverns for my parents' anniversary. So I might actually make a little video about that because I did take a lot of videos and panoramas and things of the formations, the rock formations that were in there. It was awesome. And after that, I had my friend over here for a week. He came from Georgia, and he normally comes and visits like 2 or 3 times a year. So we really just had a great time. It was actually my friend slash sister's birthday. So we kind of celebrated that and went to the theaters, and I only took one picture the entire time he was here. Yeah, because it's one of those, like, he comes and visits and it's like, oh, he never left. So I never actually think about taking pictures until it's, like, too late and I'm dropping him off at the airport and it's like, oh, wait a minute. But we all or hung out. It was a great time. We ate a lot of food. We went to see a lot of movies. We watched a lot of movies. But really, we just kind of caught up, and I didn't really think of vlogging the entire time. Like I said, I only took one picture when he was here, and it was actually when we were in the movies because there was no like regular movies playing. They were all horror movies, and my sister, friend slash whatever, she is deathly afraid of of horror movies. She does not like them whatsoever. She doesn't like the scares. She doesn't like anything in them, and me and him absolutely love them. So we went to go see something like the least bit scary, and we went to go see the Blair Witch Project, the second movie of it. And I mean, it literally was like, it was just supposed to be like not psychological, because it actually happened. If you haven't seen the movie, then go see it because it is. I love the movie. I recommend it all the time. It's great to watch. It's one of those thrillers that like lead up to the actual like mayhem of it. I don't want to give too much away, but the second one was just awful, and I pretty much was like, what the hell? And it was like it was like gory. Not really. There was like a couple parts that were gory to actually be scary, and there wasn't actually anything scary in itself. And there was a lot of jump scares, and there was a lot of things that didn't make sense, and then it didn't correlate with the first movie, so it really basically made me upset. But anyway, it was pretty pansy like, and so the picture that I took was of her freaking out, and me and my friend were laughing. And then I actually I did take a second picture, and the second one was of her flicking me off, and both of us continuing to laugh. Um, so yeah, I didn't really take any vlogs while they were there. I didn't feel the need to, so I didn't. And then last week I went out of town. I went out of state actually, to go visit family. The last 3 times that my family went, I wasn't able to go because I was working, and I actually just happened to have the time off. So I went, and it was great to see everyone. It was great to see my niece. She just started walking, waddling now. She's starting to learn words, so it was nice to see her. And then my other niece was there as well, and I got to catch up with her, and then just, the family, or my family in general. And then we went to a festival of sorts. It was like a cultural festival, and they had, let's see, they had each booth represented a culture. So you had their dress, their garb, what they particularly like had in that country, and their flag, and their ceremonial attire, along with their dance moves, along with their like ceremonial dances and things like that. They didn't have any for Dominican, so I was kind of sad about that. They did have a small booth for Haiti, and then they had like different Hispanic booths there, like Puerto Rican and things like that. So it wasn't too bad. I still got to kind of enjoy a little bit of Hispanic culture, but it wasn't my Hispanic culture. But the area was wonderful. It went down a really, really long venue. It was kind of like in a downtown area, and at the end was like a concert hall, and then it was like this, if you continued to go, it went up like a hill. It was a huge grassy hill. And each, you know, they had like different vendors there on top of the avenue of like booths of cultures and things like that. And they had little side things like giant bubbles that you could catch. They had a guy who was like doing bubbles, and then they had a small petting zoo, and then they had what else? Oh, they had giant like blow up balls that you could roll in water with. It was a good time. The only thing bad about it was that it was very hot. It was supposed to be like 80s and 70s, and it wound up being like 95 to 98 degrees, and I was cooking inside my binder, and I do not do well cooking. I'm naturally hot-blooded, so I do really well in cold, but like hot, I just overheat in hot temperatures. But other than that, it was a great time visiting them again. I didn't really feel like vlogging about my family because I don't really think that they would be comfortable with it, and I don't feel comfortable with them with putting them on my channel just yet, especially since they're still kind of rocky with accepting. I don't want to say accepting me as being trans. They do accept it, but they don't. I guess fully acknowledge it would be the word. I don't really want to say they don't acknowledge it. Like, they know, but they don't choose to put it into action. They don't ever call me he. They don't ever say Addie. They just don't. They call me by my family nickname that only my family can call me by. And that's it. And to me, it's like a lame excuse because they're like, oh, well, think of the children don't know. And it's like, children probably could understand a lot better than any adult could. You just have to take the time to sit down and explain it to them. So I don't know if they want to do that or not. It's not up to me because I'm not the parents. I'm just the cool uncle. So there's really nothing I can do about that. But like I said, I wouldn't even feel comfortable putting them on my channel because they would just use the wrong stuff all the time, and it's just so upsetting. But like I said, at the moment, there's nothing I can do about it. I'm actually, for them knowing specifically, they've almost known for about a year now, so that I'm trans and everything, and they actually got to see my beard. The last time they saw me, I didn't have a beard. My beard hadn't grown in yet. They were asking me if I was going to shave it, and like my immediate reaction wanted to be like, fuck no, but I was like, no, it's not hurting anything, it's not hurting anybody. It helps me pass. It's not like it's gonna get caught in anything in my job, so no. So it was like a silent fuck no, but I like internally I really wanted to be like, fuck no, I look awesome with a beard, I love it. I actually got it trimmed up when I went to the barber's. Oh yeah, my hair is cut as well. This is the shortest I've ever had my hair, and I didn't initially want it to be this short. But yeah, like the sides have always been short. I've always got my sides cut at a 2 or 3. But then the top came down to here. So, and then the sides were very shaggy, came out down to here, and I was just starting to look like a mop. So I went in and I showed the lady. I got my hair cut when my friend was here. But I showed the lady a bunch of pictures of a bunch of trans dudes. She used the correct pronouns. I was so happy. But then I said, yeah, I normally get a faux hawk, and she immediately focused on faux hawks, didn't pay attention to any of the pictures that I showed her, and just went with a faux hawk, and she kept just cutting, and she would cut one side, and obviously when you cut one side, you gotta cut the other side, so she just kept cutting it, and it was just, there was like nothing left, and then she was like, I'm just trying to get it to, you know, oh, it's from my hat. Trying to get it to, you know, you can do it this way or you can put it this way. And I'm like, what am I going to put? My hair, it's gone. What? There's nothing there. And she had a bunch of stuff in it. Like, all the stuff she used made my head feel so tingly and so good. But then at the end of the day, my hair is gone. And like I said, I don't really care. But my really biggest fear was that I was going to leave and I was going to be misgendered a lot because it's shorter. So I thought people were just going to think that I was like a masculine woman. And that was my biggest fear about it. But I have not been misgendered once since I got my hair cut. And that is such an awesome feeling. And I almost have to catch myself because, like, we went out for Subway the other day. And or was it Subway? think it was Subway. We went out to Subway the other day, and I stayed there because I was grabbing napkins and stuff. And the guy was like, "Oh, have a good day, sir." And I was like, "Are you talking to me?" "Oh, yeah. You have a good day too, sir. Have a good day." Like, I walked away because it's like I'm not used to it. I'm not used to people correctly using the correct pronoun with me. I'm not. It's after, you know, so long of being like, "Hey, I'm male. Hey, just use either they, them, or he, him. It's not that big a deal. Like, use something other than female pronouns." And after me being like that, I kind of grew numb to it and just didn't pay attention. And now it's like I gotta catch it because it's like, oh shit, you used the right. You're talking to me. Yes, yes. And I know it's kind of a weird thing, since like I know who I am, but it's just I don't know. It's so crazy because like on one side I don't want to freak, like I don't want to be like, you did it, you like that's correct exactly, because that's what they're supposed to be doing. But on the other side it's like, holy shit, you're acknowledging and it's like I'm passing now. Like that is a huge thing. Like you don't have to pass. You don't, you know, there's nothing. You can look how you want to look and still, you know, correct people on the right pronouns that you want to use for you. But, you know, just to have, I don't know how to explain it, just to have people acknowledge that, you know, who you are, who you look like, who you want to look like is like coming to terms now, and it's starting to, like come forth in your effort, you know, your effort of trying to look how you want to look is, coming to fruition, and people are now like acknowledging what you want to be, even without you telling them now. It's just such a cool thing, and it's like, yes, and it's like, it's a win, and I just wanted to like it to continue. So honestly, this haircut was kind of like a blessing in disguise, because I was extremely afraid of like the opposite happening. And like I said, she trimmed up my beard, which was really fucking cool of her. She's like, "Do you want it to continue? Do you want it to fade in?" And I'm like, "I don't fucking like I like on one side I'm like, I don't know, I've never, and then I want to be like, I never had a beard, but then on the other side it's like, yeah, do that shit, because I have no fucking clue. So it's like, yeah, just have it fade, and then she cut it here, and she cut it here, and then she cut it here, and then I'm like, oh well, there's no hair here, whatever. But I started getting closer, and now I actually have hair growing in all like an inch out, all right here. I have hair growing now, and then hair growing over on this side too. So she just shaped it up, and she stopped right here and right here, and that's why it like, whoops, I hit the table. But that's why it comes like down here, because that's where she stopped. But it's just really cool, and it looks really good on me. I never thought a chin strap would look good on me. Like, you know when you picture yourself with like different, I'm sure we've all done it. You either get Photoshop out, or you get like an old picture and you get MS Paint out and you draw shit on your face. And I never drew a chin strap. I always just drew like a mustache and a goatee combo. But yeah, no, chin strap looks good on me, and it's starting to come in, and it's really great. But I'll continue about that with my next update, which is next week, because then I'll be 5 months on T. So that would be cool. But it's really all I have. That's what I've been doing, what's been going on in my life. I'm in the process of trying to move to a new job. I've said that multiple times, but this job just takes forever to get to, because it just is a very, very long process. And I'm actually trying to look for an opening around me versus trying to drive an hour and a half to where they want me to work at. So things are just very hectic, and I don't really have a set schedule anymore. I used to have Wednesdays off. Now my Wednesdays aren't off, and I work all day. And I work all through during the week now, but I'm off on the weekends, so I think my upload schedule will be different. I think I'll try and do it on Sundays, because that seems to be a pretty consistent day, but I'm not 100%, I'm not 100% certain, so I apologize. I will just try to upload once a week. I don't have a schedule right now to say that I can upload on every Wednesday. I don't know. I'm just going to have to try and figure something out with my schedule, but I just wanted to give an update. I am not dead. I am alive and just very busy, and I'll have more to talk about in my next video, but I just wanted to at least upload something while I have the chance before I have to go back to work this week. So I will see you guys in the next update. Hope all is well, everything is well here. Just moving along in my transition, so I'll catch y'all later.